Oh, we're back. Welcome to another season of Fantasty Hoops International. I'm going to be the commissioner again this year because no one else has staged a coup. And you are about to put up with the draft lottery video for FHI6, The Homecoming. So let's quiet things down and get right into it. There's lots of material to cover, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to do a draft lottery. 14 teams this year, down from 16. We've said farewell to Youngstown Frackers, former champion Father Mike Lashinsky, as well as SVAC, Sam Sherwin. And we've contracted down to 14, hopefully a little bit more competitive. Last season was great, very competitive. We did have 3 tankers. So this year I'm going to be really on everyone in case there's any tanking that may take place. Daily lineup changes still in effect. We really liked it last season, at least I did. So we're going to keep that going. So 14 teams now divided into 2 conferences, Eastern and Western conferences, based completely on geography. Maybe I'll put this, it's kind of hard to show things, but maybe I'll let you know about how this was done with this handy map of the Earth. I'll put this document online or in the email that alerts you to this video so that you can see exactly how the 2 conferences were set up. So for the draft lottery, which coincidentally or side note, after this year we'll start doing a more NBA-like draft lottery wherein non-playoff teams will get the higher picks of the first round based on, we'll do, okay, so 8 teams won't make the playoffs this year. We're only having 6 teams in the playoffs with the field of 14. That does mean that there will be a consolation bracket. So the 8 teams that don't make the playoffs this year will then get representationally, proportionally, like the NBA does with the ping pong balls in the bracket, and we'll choose the first 8 picks from those, and then the 6 playoff teams will be underneath that. Anyway, that's been something that's been put on the table, so we're going to try that out next year. Also, next year, we'll start doing a keeper. So any player picked 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th round this year, or originally picked up off the waiver wire, who is then on your roster at the end of this season, will be eligible to be kept for FHI 7. And there'll be probably questions and clarification about that a year from now. Let's not worry about it for right now, though keep in mind when you're drafting. The draft takes place on Sunday, November 9th. That'll be 10 a.m. In time for you to watch football once it's all over in Chicago, 11 a.m. In New York, 4 p.m. in London, and I believe midnight on the next day in Australia, in Perth, from what the internet's told me. If you're not going to be able to do the live draft online with us, then maybe just let me know sometime between when you see this video and Sunday, just so I have an idea of what's going on. All right, so let's take a look at who's in the league this year and how they'll be represented in the apple juice jar from which we'll be pulling each team from 14 down to 1 for picks in the first round, because names on a piece of paper out of a hat is boring. In the Eastern Conference, very far east, is Joel, and Joel is represented by the Aloha button because he's the closest to Hawaii. We have James Weinheimer in New York. He hates your band. In London, we have Thomas, represented by Rough Trade at the record store in London. Desmond Orhes, he is represented by The Strokes, because they're from New York, and he's in New York. Next up, we have John Keene, soon to be a father. We both have a friend who works for this charity, End Child Poverty, so let's hope that John doesn't have an impoverished baby. Maybe if he wins a prize this year, can't really see that button, he won't have an impoverished child because of all the money he'll make from winning the league this season. Josh Thielen is back again this year, the Cleveland Cancer, and he's represented by the American Splendor button because of that series of comics and movie takes place in Cleveland. And then we have last year's champion, Graham, and he'll be represented by the Clash. Because he's the champion, we all need to clash with him. All right. In the Western Conference, we have me, and I'm represented by the Tofu badge because I'm a vegetarian. Then we have Sam Barnes, who has moved out of London. Now he's in Iowa. His wife is a veterinarian, so we have the spring chicken badge. Also, he's kind of younger than some of the rest of us, so he's spring chicken. Kevin Bensley, Bulls Will Eat You, in the Chicagoland area, working for the Chicago Reader. There is the Chicago Reader badge, the logo of the Chicago Reader periodical. Seth Unger, MF Jordan, this year, represented by the Lightbulb badge because he's doing a project called the Wabash Lights involving incandescent. Actually, I learned all about it. I don't know if it's incandescence or what, but anyway, light bulbs in Chicago. That's what Seth is working on. Mark Rhodes, 1.21 gigawatts, and he is in the state of Ohio. There is the state of Ohio with a heart in it badge that represents him. So yeah, the state of Ohio split in half. Mark ends up in the Western Conference. Josh ends up in the East. Then we have Aaron Stevenson. He is Uncle Drew's Youngbloods this year, and his badge is the Turn Up badge. See, it says Turn Up. Aaron does a lot of sound design, so that is appropriate. Then finally we have Yuri Sardarov, and he is Brendan's Chill team, so he's got the Built to Chill badge. 14 badges, 14 teams. I'll shake them up, plop one into my hand, and then pull it out, and then that will be that appropriate pick. Before we get started with the drawing then, I'll go fast through those. The schedule is done. It was a really hard Sudoku to do a balanced schedule, but if you take a look at it, everyone plays each other team once, and then 4 out of the 6 of your conference opponents you play twice. I also checked out All-Star Week and figured out when that was so that you play a non-conference opponent in All-Star Week. So yeah, and also the drawings for that was done randomly as well with a balanced schedule. Don't worry about it, it looks great. Let's see, the dues are due. You can pay those starting now, please. I think just Graham, our champion, has paid already. There's the dues page on the league board. You can take a look at that if you forget my PayPal email address. Kevin, John, you guys have partially paid because we raised dues this year, and you had paid forward your winnings from last year, so you guys owe less. You're aware. $30 is the buy-in. Once again, with the prizes this year, the top 4 will get prizes, which means they'll at least get their money back. So 4th place will get $30 and then incrementally upwards with the prizes. Of course, the winner gets their name engraved on the Fantasty Hoops trophy. I still need to get Graham's name re-engraved. And then, so I thought, there should be something permanent too. So this year's champion gets a special prize. Here it is, you guys. Behold, the Swagasaurus t-shirt. That's right. This is a Nike t-shirt that says Swagasaurus. It features a striking image of a basketball player with a dinosaur skull head, and it also says Flex. This may be a re-gift. I'm not, at liberty to say, but whoever wins the league this year, they are going to be looking hot in that size small t-shirt. Okay. That's it for dues and prizes. Talk to you about the draft. It's time to reveal the order that we are going to draft players. Now we're doing a snaking draft, so the first one I pick, who gets pick number 14, will then get the first pick of the second round, so they'll get picks number 14 and 15. Here we go. Pick number 14 belongs to... Oh, Kevin, you're going to be so sad. Kevin Bensley. Bulls will eat you. Pick number 14 of the first round. That can be a good thing. I think James last year had the last pick of the first round and ended up the runner-up of the league. Here we go. Pick number 13 belongs to American Splendor, Cleveland, Ohio. That's the Cleveland Cancer, Josh Thielen, 13th pick of the first round. 12th pick of the first round. Oh, it's End Child Poverty. End Child Poverty for our friend, the Acer Pies, John Keane. He gets the number 12 pick. 11 picks to go. The number 11 pick of the first round. And it goes to the Strokes is New York is Desmond. Desmond, you have the 11th pick of the first round. Pick number 10 of the first round. Who gets it? Aloha. That's Joel. Joel, you have the number 10 pick of the first round for Bogut Breaks. Number 9 pick of the first round. Turn up. Aaron Stevenson, you have the number 9 pick of the first round. As we move on to pick number 8. This video is already 11.5 minutes long, so we're going quickly. Everyone's nervous. Is their button going to be the next one pulled? Rough trade. That is Tom. So a lot of our Londoners are getting pulled. Tom, you get the 8th pick of the first round. 7 picks to go, the top half of the first round. Here we go. Number 7 pick. Mark Rhodes, the state of Ohio, Western Conference, Ohio. Mark gets the 7th pick. 6 picks to go. Who will get one of the top 6 picks? Number 6 goes to the Clash. And that is Graham. Last year's champion gets the 6th pick. If some people would have had their way, he would have had the last pick of the first round. Not yet. He gets the 6th pick of the first round. All right, number 5 pick of the first round. Just one. Uh-oh, looks like me. Tofu, the other white meat. So I get the number 5 pick. I won't get LeBron. Odds are, unless people make really weird choices. 4 picks to go. Who's going to get the number 1? Here we go. Number 4 pick belongs to Built to Chill. Brendan's Chill team. Yuri Sardarov. You have the number 4 pick. 3 to go. As I look in there, it's Sam, James, who was the runner-up last year, and Seth Unger. One of those 3 will have the number 1. But first, the number 3 pick is Sam Barnes. Gets the number 3 pick of the first round of the 2014-2015 FHI6 Draft. 2 to go. James and Seth. Who's going to get the number 1 pick? Here's the number 2 pick. Looks like a light bulb. Oh my God. Seth gets the number 2 pick. That means I Hate Your Band is the only button left. And that is James, who is on a run of things. He's always made the playoffs. He's improved his standing every year, and this year he's getting the number 1 pick. Here's the order. 14, Kevin. 13, Josh. 12, John. 11, Desmond. 10, Joel. 9, Blair. Sorry for the shitty quality. 9, Aaron. 8, Tom. 7, Mark. 6, Graham. 5, myself. 4, Yuri. 3, Sam. 2, Seth. James, number 1. That's it, you guys. I'm going to now post this for you all to check out, and then we will be online together come Sunday, and then the following Monday, so a 7-day training camp period, we will be playing 9-category head-to-head Yahoo Fantasty Hoops, the homecoming. All right, play us out, Kanye West. I'm coming home again. Oh, my God.